Now, this is officially our part 2 that we're starting. So Jeanie is going to give me a full idea of, well, actually a modified idea. We're still going to do everything. We're just going to do it in a shorter period of time since her sessions usually go a couple hours. We're just going to do maybe 45 minutes to an hour. So we can still give a really good idea of what Jeanie does, and maybe I'm going to benefit a little bit too, because we're going to do a real session. So I'm going to share and go into my stuff, and yeah, we'll get started.
Okay. And the couple hours or more doesn't really include what we do ahead of time. It's like an interview process, which I get to know you a little bit. You tell me about your life, not every detail, but you know, so I can get a grasp of when you are in a relaxed state and scenes come up. I can kind of know, or even if you don't say that your mom, if your mom or dad are there, and since I kind of get a sense of um, what they've been in your life, and I can ask questions better from that point if I know, because I'm not. It's not like I'm the medium and you're telling me everything and I'm gonna regurgitate it back to you. I need a little guidance when you're in a relaxed state and see scenes, and it helps me to better ask questions for you.
Absolutely. Okay. So, starting at the beginning. So my mom and dad separated when I was 2. I have just one younger sister. She's 2 years younger than me. So it was like not long after my sister was born that they separated. And my dad would get us on the weekends. So every other weekend we would go with my dad. And childhood was tough. My dad, I think he, very much loved us, but didn't know how to be a parent. My mom was same for the most part and didn't have a lot of support either. Being a single mother, she always worked hard. Um, she was an alcoholic. She was, I would say, abusive upbringing. Um, but looking back, there's not judgment. She did the best. I honestly, truly could say she did the best she could do. And my sister and I were not easy either, kind of went both ways. It was tough raising 2 girls. We were both very shy, my sister and I. School was not great. We were picked on. We were poor. We were, low income. And it was easy for me to be susceptible to bullying because I was shy and I was just an easy target. So essentially that ended up turning me into a bully as well for periods of my life, which just, breaks my heart that was part of my story, but that is what it is. I started building a wall around myself at an early age to not let people in or let myself out. Biggest thing, yeah, when my best friend passed away, she was my childhood best friend. We did everything together, and that was, a really tough period in my life. I feel like I'm very connected to her now. I stayed close with her family. Still see her family on occasion when I'm back in Pennsylvania visiting. Like I said, her name was Serena. Yeah. And yeah, it was a horrendous time, and took me a long time to really be able to even function. And held some odd jobs, and I did waitressing. I did some different jobs until I decided to go to massage school. And I'm trying to think the timing with everything. I guess I went to massage school, got into massage, got a great job right out of school, and loved that job. It gave me, for the first time in my life, an income where I could, you know, buy things for myself, take trips, and enjoy life. So it was really a wonderful time at that point. And that's where I kind of fell into that love and light. And I did the hypnosis training because life was starting to get good. I was making good money. I was having fun. I was traveling for the first time in my life because I didn't get to do any of those things as a kid. And um, yeah, then jumped into the love and light community. I've moved from East Coast to West Coast. I met my husband in Pennsylvania, and we've traveled, and we moved to Florida, then Arizona, back to Florida. And so we've been together for 16 years now. And, you know, we have our little girl. And um, overall, life is now is like really good. It's funny because if you observe some of the things that I'm going through, like both him and I, and career wise has shifted a lot. We both have worked in the spa industry, myself for 20 years, and it is not the same where I'm at now to what I was used to previously. So it's kind of back um, to making enough money to make ends meet. And we've also made it so that we don't have to have childcare for our daughter. This is very important to both of us to not put her in childcare. So she has not been with daycare babysitters. We trade off. We've had enormous help from his parents. His mom, even more so, even stayed with us in the transition moving back to the East Coast. She stayed with us for several months while we got established here. And so that was really helpful. But at this point, you know, if you look on paper, people would probably be like, "Oh my God, you know, you're barely making it. You got a lot of stress on your shoulders." But at the same time, I'm doing something that I love. You know, I'm doing these sessions. I'm doing these podcasts to get my name out there and try and, you know, create some more business, and you know, because I love helping people. But yes, it's also my income. So yeah, it's finding that balance. And you know, my heart is so happy that when I look at the things externally, money being tight and that sort of thing, I just know that it'll work out. And so
Yeah.
overall, like my heart is happy, and I live close to the beach, so I get to go to the beach. You can't be miserable at the beach. It's just,
Mhm.
I mean, I haven't figured out a way to do that. So, um, yeah,
Yeah.
that's where we're at.
Would you had you been thinking of overall intention statement um, or an intention for this session?
Overall intention would maybe just to gain more understanding. That's what my ultimate goal is. I learn so much from my clients when I do sessions, and I've seen the importance of learning through other other people, through my clients, and like gaining understanding about life because of how contrast it is to my own. And so I feel like that helps with understanding. But I feel like there's probably a really good value in still gaining understanding through self. So yeah, I do say, even though I'm not working a lot, I am spending the majority of time with my daughter. Like, being a mom is so tiring in a great way, in an absolute great way. So, you know, I only work 2 days a week where I work outside of the home. And so, yeah, I'm missing a lot of sleep, but I take naps when she takes naps, and, you know, it balances out, but I'm still, it's, it's different. It's different. And I'm a very active mom. We do something fun at least once a day. So if we're not going to a park or the pool or the beach, we're doing something where we're getting out of the house and we read like 20 books a day. She loves to read, so we do a lot of that. So when I'm at home, I'm either like working with my clients, I'm either doing my sessions or doing the side work, returning emails, sending out the sessions. But if I'm not doing those things or listening to Becky, listening to a recording of Becky, or doing my classes, because I'm very open, I'm still in level 3, and I'm still um, very active in doing my healing work. So it's not like I'm not. That takes, have a couple of sessions a month with Becky, and so that's what I do in my free time. If I'm not doing those things, I'm active with my daughter. So that's my entire life, and I'm couldn't be happier about it. It just gets tiresome sometimes, but it ends up balancing out. Like yesterday, I had an unexpected, fantastic 2-hour nap. It works. Yeah,
Nice.
it balances out. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, that's great. That gives me a good idea for questions. Is Do you have any particular questions about yourself? Um,
Yeah, I think that it would be not only like what's next for me, because I feel like I'm kind of at this in between stage. It's more, and I don't know if it's a question or just more understanding to come, is this belief that I need to be in a place where I'm like, what's next? Because I don't want to be in the place where I'm constantly asking what's next. I want to be in the place where um, I don't need to ask what's next, like because I feel so confident in knowing what I want. Because I mean, in Becky's classes and stuff, it always goes back to what do you want? And I know so many of us have that struggle of trying to figure out what you want, but I don't think that sitting down and brainstorming what you want is the way to realize what you want. I think it's going to be the result of doing the work for yourself. So I want to get to that place where my wants come naturally. So there's still some hesitation to acknowledging what my wants are. And I think it still comes from a place of expecting lack, not having my needs met, or not thinking I'm deserving of what I want. There's so many things like that that go into it. So I think that's what I want to look at is my wants, because that's come up multiple times over the years, and I feel like I've gotten closer to it, but there's still like a blockage there. So that yeah, yeah.
okay, that's good for a session. Um, I usually have the clients relax wherever they want, either
Okay.
recliner or sofa, bed.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and turn my camera off, and I will go relax. All right.
Are you all settled?
Yeah. Can you still hear me okay?
Can you say something
Still hear
again?
me? Can you still hear me?
I can now. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
And I start with a heart and mind coherence exercise where you just get comfortable, relax, and breathe. Just a little breathing exercise. So it might help if you put one or both of your hands on your heart. And I can't see you, so I'm just going to say breathe. I'm not sure. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Inhaling invokes calmness, and the exhaling releases tension. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, I can hear you perfect. Can you hear me
Okay.
still?
Yes.
Okay, good, good.
And just breathe. Feel your chest expand, your hand move up and down with your breath. Feel yourself relaxing, letting go, letting any cares of the day just fade away. Now imagine that your heart itself is breathing and moving the air throughout your body, and bringing our hearts and minds into coherence. And each breath in and out of your heart connects us completely with our original life force energy. And each breath reminds us that our deepest connection with ourselves and our connection to our source energy is where our greatest wisdom resides, within the realm of our heart space. Your heart knows, my heart knows. Lining our energies, our hearts and minds. And now you may place your hands anywhere that's most comfortable and just follow my voice. You're in a safe and sacred space. And your body is relaxing, your body and mind. Your higher self will be assisting for clarity and understanding, as well as your soul and source for unconditional love and acceptance, as well as my own higher self and soul. And we know your intention for this session is known beyond what we can possibly comprehend. And you'll be lovingly guided where needed. When you're connected in this way, you know you're safe and protected. And you may be beginning to feel a sense of deep knowingness that you can access any wisdom you seek. And with each breath, this truth vibrates deeper within your body. And at the same time, expands your consciousness and awareness. And as your awareness expands, you find it easy to let go of any and all expectations about what might be in store for your journey, and just allow it to unfold as needed. You're safe with me here and now, and I will care for you in the deepest way. And just follow my voice. I'll be right here. Now imagine you're atop a sand dune overlooking a spacious beach at sunrise, witnessing the vastness of the sea and sky as they meet together as one. You hear the faint sound of the gentle waves of the ocean. You can feel the soft breeze. You walk towards the steps leading down to the beach. You feel the light warmth of the sun as it rises above the horizon. You breathe it in, and you take hold of the worn wooden handrail, feeling the grain of the wood in your palm. You take your first step down. 10. Again, feeling the grain of the wood, but on the sole of your foot this time. Next step down. 9. The same feeling on your other foot. Next step. 8. As your toes grip the step, you feel sand remnants and look forward to the first full step in the sand at the bottom. Next step down. 7. Such a warm, inviting breeze caressing all of you. Next step. 6. You can hear the waves a little better now. Next step. 5. More sand on the step. Next step down. 4. Almost there. Next step. 3. You hear faint sounds of the birds on the beach. Next step. 2. Nearly fully sand covered. Next step down. 1. You're now on the beach. The sand is so fine, so warm and soft that you sit and lay back in it. You rest your head on the bottom step. The sand forms to your body, cradling you in comfort. You relax fully, taking in full, deep breaths. And as the gentlest tide comes in, you feel the warm water touch your feet, and you imagine the water carrying all the tension away from your feet. The next wave skims the back of your legs and carries their tension away. Continues ever so gradually along the sides of your torso and carries its tensions away. Now your arms, then your upper back and neck. Feel all the tension just leave and wash away. Finally, ever so gently, a wave caresses the back of your head and carries any tension far away. You lie here so relaxed and comfortable. The tide going back out now. This feeling of peace is so familiar to you in the deepest sense, familiar to your very essence of being. In this space, there is truth. There is peace and quiet and stillness. Isness itself. Presence. You simply are. You just are. Nothing here holding you down. Nothing here holding you back. Nothing keeping you from where you need to go. The ultimate silence. The ultimate peace. The ultimate stillness. Just you. Just being. Now imagine your heart becoming a portal, a beautiful, swirling, shimmering, sparkling portal of light. This is your personal sacred gateway to access everything and anything you need or want to know. Your consciousness, your spirit, whatever you want to call yourself, begins to lightly rise up and away from your human form. Your essence is now looking back at your body and your beautiful, swirling, sparkling heart portal. And you dive in. Through this portal of light are all of the stars, all of the worlds, and all of the lives you have lived and are yet to live. All of the loves you have known and are yet to know. All of your family, here and now and then and when, and all and everything you have ever known as any being or non-being. And there is home. Home. And so you float with the light and find yourself amidst a space so vast with colors so clear and beautiful and so unique that they are yours and yours alone. And as you float, you feel so safe, so warm, so comfortable. You're traveling to the most relevant time. You're traveling to the most necessary place. Through dimensions that are known and unknown, through the very fabric of the light, you move and travel and float. You are the very essence of this movement and life. Arriving here now is the most relevant time and the most necessary place. And as the movement slows, you begin to gather your bearings. And as the movement stops, you begin to feel your point of view. As you feel yourself now in this time and place, I want you to tell me the very first things that you see or the very first impressions that you have as you begin to understand where you are, what is happening around you.
Right now, I just see like open space, but I feel very connected. As you were taking me through, I feel we're connected both by the brain and the heart. But I still went through the heart portal. I can feel my connection to my daughter here too.
Mm.
It just feels very peaceful.
Yes.
It's interesting because it's like this empty space, but it's like when I've done these types of things before, I've seen these empty spaces just empty and blank, but not like I feel it now as like a canvas of creation. Where before it
Yeah.
was just empty space, but now it's like waiting for me to create.
Yes. What would you like to create?
I start with movement, like dancing. It's like I take steps, and each step I take, and like on a stone, but the stone is created like as I step, so I can step anywhere and create.
Very good. Yes. Are you following these steps that you're creating?
I did, and then I just stopped, and we're kind of like in a forest because that's also a happy place for me. This
Tell me more about this forest.
Just feels like home. I feel I have my feet are bare now I'm in the grass. It's like I can feel the whole tree system. And I'm there and I'm holding my daughter's hand and I see I just had someone do a beautiful journey for me and my family and see the two additions to my family, two more kids.
Oh,
And they're like waiting for me to call them over. And it's like I can feel their excitement and I can feel my daughter's excitement. It's just as it was told to me too. Like one of the boys has a very deep connection to my daughter, and the other has a is kind of connected to that other son.
oh, cool.
And it's like they're playing now, and they're hiding behind the trees, and my daughter is excited to go play with them as well.
Oh,
And
they,
so she does. She runs off with them, and they're playing, and my husband is sitting down by the tree. So I come over and I sit with him. It's very emotional.
just watching your children play. It's beautiful.
It's sorry, it's so emotional.
That's good. Let it flow. What are you feeling?
It's a combination of things. And I think this makes sense too of what's really been on the forefront of my healing is understanding and feeling all of my feelings at the same time and letting the feeling flow because there's a level of sadness and pain with I I never wanted kids because of the things that I've experienced as a child. I never wanted kids and working with Becky that's for many years before I got to the place to realize that that was what my heart has always wanted. And
Mm,
I think about every single day with my daughter and just how much I love her. And I can't even imagine my life without her. And the fact that I almost didn't have her, it brings up pain and sadness. Um, but that's part of the like what I'm processing through and releasing.
yes, but you did. You
But
did
I
have her.
did, and the um and all the beautiful feelings of like the expansion of my heart that I've experienced through having her and how it expands every single day more and more and the idea of bringing in these two more children is just so I mean that I couldn't even begin to understand what it would be like to become a mom and to know how much more my heart will expand. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you get to, are you seeing what your little boys look like?
Um, yeah.
Oh,
They're still just playing and running around and chasing each other. My daughter loves to run around and chase and be chased. So this is like a dream come true for her. It's just like, and I'm still sitting here with my husband, and like the connection that we have is just so much more solidified too.
Yeah.
Like it's just like the family becoming whole.
Oh,
And
that
the
sounds
emotions starting to subside a little bit. The pain part, like I have described, I've had sessions, not sessions, but just going back and forth with Tamsin, and like how there's like a level of grief for like what could have been if I, started the family sooner or been more ready, but I wasn't. So it's like it's just acceptance of the flow of um, of
right.
it being the way it's supposed to be, which is um, letting go of that, the regret of not doing it sooner, but it had to happen the way it didn't have to happen the way that it did, but it did happen this way. And trusting and knowing that I'm so much more of a better mom now than I would have been if I would have started before I was ready.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm feeling a lot of acceptance of that, which is huge because I haven't I haven't reached this point before. But acceptance of the grief and processing that.
Good.
I've intended it. I've processed it in my mind, but not in my heart, I guess is what I'm
Now's your
feeling here.
yeah. Now's your time. Yes. Just take as much time as you need.
Now my husband and I are both chasing the kids around, and they're chasing us. So it's like now we're playing, and it's like our inner child as well, like participating, and it's so expansive in my heart.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Now I'm seeing the kids older, and like and being by their side through their important stages in life.
Yeah.
And I'm getting what I want is what I've worked so hard for over these last few years of being present and and getting rid of the baggage by working on myself. Like I'm just able to be so much more present and contribute to their lives, and my heart just being so happy by being part of their story, being open
Yeah.
to whatever that looks like.
Yes. That's the biggest gift you could give them, your presence.
Yeah.
And you've done it. You're doing it. And you will continue.
I'm just seeing flashes of like just little moments in life and big moments in life. And again, just being present in these little moments feel like the entire universe, like
Yes.
the magic that's in the entire universe I'm feeling in these tiny moments, which I feel these um all the time now. But it's like when our family starts to grow, it'll just magnify, like one and one equals 100, and then adding in another one will be like 1,000. Just it's not basic math, it just expands so much more than just adding another member to our family. It's so much more than that.
Yes.
I'm gaining more understanding too as I'm here, and um, what's kept me from understanding what my wants are is mm, not knowing what the possibilities are, and it's just not being able, like, so now, like, my one girl, Dina, did this journey for me a couple days ago where she saw these boys that were ready to come in, and um, it's like it's solidified so much in my heart that, like, I knew, like, we're trying for another baby, and I've tried not to connect too much because I want it to kind of be a surprise, or I want it to be like kind of flow organically. Um, but at the same time, it's like, no, I want this and I want to create this. So
Yeah.
I think there might have been still like a little bit of fear of um, not getting what I want and not having another
Mm-hmm.
baby. Um, because like the what ifs, like what if it doesn't happen? And so I've just um, stayed out of my want and just like hoping that it happens. But I think part of what's going to bring it in is expressing the want.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's part of the, yeah. That's how it happened with my daughter. Was it wasn't until I was 100% committed to the idea of getting pregnant that she came in. And she's like, now you're getting it.
Oh, is that scene still unfolding? We,
Yeah, I see us now, and we're just it's like we're outside of our home. We've always kind of wanted to just have our own land and create our own space, and that's kind of what this feels like. Is we're outside. I don't know what we're like peeling vegetables or something. We're all through, we're all together.
yeah,
There's no technology, no interference, no TV and stuff like that. Just being.
right. You can explore around and look and see.
Yeah, it feels like we've created the place that we've talked about. Having um, lots of trees and water, running water through the backyard, and just a beautiful, peaceful place to raise our family.
Sounds beautiful.
And I'm getting the way that I create, like that I've gotten what I've wanted with my daughter, with the boys, is the same way I'm going to get the things that I feel like are financially out of our reach, is by expressing the want.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
kind of
think.
like my mental mind catching up with the heart, like,
Mhm.
the mental mind saying, "Oh, it did. This worked," and then it
Yeah,
happened again, and it happened again. So like it gets easier to
yeah,
express your wants when you start to see the results.
Yeah. And this should help too.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, I'm already, this is wonderful. The release of the emotions that came up is this is huge. Your peacefulness is so helpful too, because it's like filtering in from you a little bit as well. From, like I said, those connections, I feel the head and heart. It's like keeping me. Usually, when I do any kind of meditation or something, I just fall asleep. And I felt like I almost did there, but it's like your connection is keeping me aware but relaxed at the same time.
Oh, good. Perfect. Is there anything else important about this scene?
I love to travel, so I also see like that's the one thing that kind of has been like not worried, but I like to travel and um, kind of stay on my toes, and so I see an airplane flying somewhere, so it's like I feel like if we go to a place where we have like this place that's off grid, then we might get secluded and not travel as much. But I don't know why I have this fear, like we'll get stuck is like what I feel. So I don't know what this. It's like my heart telling me, I guess, that you know I don't have to have just one thing. Kind of like the emotions, like having one emotion and then that's it. It's like I feel like there's still part of my mental mind that's limiting me to things looking a certain way. Like you can't have more than one experience. I don't know what that is. It's a fear of being stuck. I think that also plays into um, part of the fear of having kids was feeling stuck. I know it does. Like that was like a fear. My husband is like once we had kids, then we're tied to get like we're married. We've been together for 16 years, but there's a is a fear that's a very mental fear of being stuck seems to be coming up because it's the same feeling. This goes back to just like my childhood issues, and it also plays into anytime I would go somewhere, I'd have to drive separately because I never wanted to not have my car because I would feel stuck if I couldn't leave.
Mm.
Such a cool season of
That you're getting a little
cool.
glimpse that you see that's not true.
Yeah, exactly.
And do you feel that fear dissolving a little bit?
I do. It feels like almost silly that I felt that way, but not in a like judgmental way or an uncomfortable way. It's like I'm here with my family and the kids and stuff, and it's like, okay, I'm leaving, bye. And they're just like, okay, and then they follow me, and then they go back, and it's like they can just follow me. There's no, there is a deep breath, and I feel like in the past I've had these chains around me that have kept me stuck. So what are these? What are these chains? And I feel like they're dissolving or want to be dissolved.
Yeah. Just see them being dissolved. You no longer need those.
Mhm. There's the change of the mental mind is like this false sense of safety. Like if you stay here, you can't get hurt because you know this place, and like life can't get too exciting, or you might have it taken away. It's like that fear. So it's like
Mhm.
I'd rather stay in this place that I know, even though it doesn't feel good, but I'd rather stay here because this is the place that I know.
Right.
Yeah.
So have they
It's like yeah, I can feel
completely?
that yeah, they're so heavy. Like the chains are like so heavy. And it's like, what do I need to do to remove these chains? I just ask myself, well, do you want to take them off? You can just take them off, and it's like, and I can. They're big. So I can really just slide them off.
Yeah. Tell me when they're off.
Yeah, they're off, and I
Mm.
see them. Now they look like giant, like I'm normal size. My wrists are normal size, and the chains, I can slide them right off anytime I wanted. It's just making the decision.
Oh, good.
I can
Now,
feel a little bit of fear, like I almost want to go back to putting them on because it's, you know, again, that safe place of this is what I know versus what I don't know. But it's like the representation of them being so big, it's like I can't go back to putting them on. My heart is just not going to allow it.
no, you want to be free.
Yeah. And it's like now my kids and my husband are over here and they're like, come over here. You don't need those. Why would you even want to go back to them?
So have you made your decision?
I have not much to look at. It's just more to feel through. I already have complete understanding. It's just processing
Yeah.
and releasing emotions around it. It's the understanding of such a false sense of safety. And it's like I've moved further away from them, but at the same time, they're still like in my existence. Like I still know they exist, but it's okay. It's processing. It's they're fading away.
Good. Take as much time as you need.
And they start to break down. I can still see them, but I'm still over with my family, and they're like breaking down into ashes.
Oh, great.
And it's almost like I'm giving appreciation to them for the safety that I thought that they created for the time being. Like they did have their place.
Yes.
Because yeah, there was many years I was in survival mode, and it's like it kept me safe, or so I still in a way believe, but it's just part of the processing.
Yes.
And their existence gets less and less. It's pretty much dissolved, but it's like so far behind me now. I get bigger and bigger. It's like now I'm in my higher energies.
Oh, wonderful.
It's like my higher energies just expanded.
Yeah. Feel into that. Feel them all.
I feel like a deeper connection with my husband and my kids, and like I'm just more connected to myself. It's almost like I brought a piece of myself back.
Oh, that's great. How are you feeling?
I feel really good. I feel um, I feel like there's a piece of my heart that returned. It's not. That was very palpable. That was definitely a part of myself that was isolated, trapped. I feel much more free, more whole.
That's beautiful.
It really is, Jeanie. Oh my gosh, that is incredible. I've tried so many times to get to this want, and I feel like you got me right there.
Oh,
And
good.
this is really special. It's so hard to do journeys on yourself like this, and you got me there, like so quick. Not quick, but within one session. I feel like that was
You're you're yeah, you're breaking up a little bit. So,
oh no. All right, I'm gonna come back,
yeah.
and I think it might
Okay.
be because I'm far away from the computer.
Yeah. I
Wow.
usually Yeah, I usually bring you out a little slowly, but you were cutting out a lot and I couldn't hear.
Sorry. Yeah, yeah, that's okay. I feel like yeah, it would have probably been a better to come back a little slower, but I felt so like that was so concluded for me. Uh,
And it'll it'll continue to integrate. Oh, I've got full on body goosebumps.
Oh, that was so incredible. I can't believe that I can believe. Um, I'm just, oh wow. And I told you I was a crier. It's been a while since I've cried like this though.
That's a good cry, though.
Oh, it is. It's like a relief. It's like,
Yeah. Do you want to just end this now and you can just go back to?
no, I'm okay. I'm okay. I can talk a little bit more. I feel there's such a relief. There's such a relief that I feel more connected to myself. Like this piece of me came back. I have more understanding of my want that I have been trying to get at for so long.
Oh, I'm
And
so
you were able
glad.
to, yeah, you were able to like ease me right there. I didn't know what to expect. I think I told you I've only ever had I did that training where we did the hypnosis, but it was very like we just did little short techniques with each other. We didn't do anything like this. I did have a session with a friend, my friend's husband, who has been doing hypnosis for a long time, many years ago, but he just couldn't get me to a place where I could relax enough to go into anything really. My mental mind, no, it wasn't him, it was me. That my mental mind was so in control, and so there's no way I would have been able to get to this place back then. Um, wow. And I knew that my want had to do with a family because I've talked about that with Becky, but I've never been able to feel into it like this. And I definitely, like I mentioned, I had that. Um, my friend Athena did a beautiful, beautiful journey for me just a few days ago. And I feel like it had to have happened just like this for it to, which is interesting because we were supposed to have this last week and we didn't. It didn't work out. And it's like it had to have happened just like this for it to have this full effect on me.
Yeah.
Whew. Holy moly, Jeanie.
Funny how things
Oh,
happen like that.
yes. Oh, yeah,
You see why I'm blown away all the time. I don't really
absolutely.
do anything, but just you
Well,
do.
how
I
incredible.
I just kind of put you to sleep enough to,
Yeah, if that would have been any longer, I would have been asleep. Like, I would have been like, wait, what? Yeah, it doesn't take much for me. Plus, I'm pretty sleep deprived for the
yeah.
last 2 years. So, wow.
Oh, that sounds so exciting to see your future family and
Yeah, that disconnect from those chains that were locking me in, though,
yeah.
that was so cool, the transition, because it wasn't immediate. Like I really had to process um the releasing of those chains. And I'll share with you too, because I know you don't know this story either. With my pregnancy, so I had went off birth control after over 20 years back in 2020, and that's when we started trying. Um, and then COVID happened, and COVID was a very interesting time for everyone. And I knew I wasn't going to have a hospital birth anyway. So, but when 2020 happened in COVID, I wanted to start touring like birthing centers and that sort of thing. And even the birthing centers were like, they wouldn't do a tour, they wouldn't talk to me. They were just like, you'd still have to wear a mask. And I'm just like, that's 100% not happening. No way. Um, and so we didn't actively try, but we weren't not trying. Fast forward to 2023, I was at that point, like, I was still going through the emotions of like, do I want a baby? Do I not want a baby? I was still kind of hesitant in the back of my mind. And I was like, okay, I'm getting to the age where it's like, it has to happen soon. And so I got to the point where I was like, okay, if this is going to happen, I have to like really be all in. I have to be like, yes, this is what I want. So finally, I made a doctor's appointment to get checked because I was like, if it didn't happen by now, maybe something's off. I need to find out what's going on. And I, I made a doctor's appointment for a Wednesday. I told my husband, I was like, look, I know we've talked, we're serious about this. This is what we want. I'm going to make a doctor's appointment and, just to run tests, see what's going on. So I went on Wednesday to have these tests done. Come Friday, I was having morning sickness. I was already pregnant. So it was like that commitment to like, okay, I want this. And then boom. So yeah, it was like that, my heart truly committing. And it was like, okay, it was like just
Yeah.
that once. So this session, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm pregnant right now.
Oh,
So
I see
yeah.
the blue heart behind you.
Yes. Yeah, that was beautiful. This was not a big fan of AI, but AI created. I had to have a heart with my symbol. Yeah. But yeah, I feel strongly that it's all kind of, I feel so connected to these boys now. Yeah. Which was, yeah. And I thank my beautiful friend Athena, she's also done these trainings as well. She's been with Becky for a few years, and I was blown away at her, the journey she did for me. I had no expectations when she was like, oh, do you want to do a trade? I'm like, yes, please. And yeah, zero expectation. I was just like tired, mama mode. And I was like, I could use some advice. And then I had her journey, and I'll send it to you if you'd like to listen to it. I sent it to a few people, and I was just like, holy moly, you've only been doing this for like 2 years. Like, you are, woo, highly
Yeah.
recommend a session with Athena. And we have a recorded podcast. I haven't posted it yet. So we're just waiting for her to get her website stuff together. So I will highly recommend her as well if anybody would like to do a session with her. But now I can absolutely, from my heart, recommend you. I actually have a couple of people specifically in mind that I thought would be a good fit, letting them, I guide the way, helping. Everybody works a little differently. All of these modalities, different ways of looking at it, has its benefit, because even in my work, there's been so many times where I've needed somebody else to do the journey for me. And then there's so many times, like, it's a little trickier to do it for yourself. But there's sometimes you just have to be the one that's looking on your own and not having someone else just telling you what they're seeing. So yeah, it's beautiful coming from all ends. And I don't know of anyone else that does quite what you do. I know that there's other practitioners that do, that sort of thing, but I don't personally know any of them. So
Okay. Let's end so you can just
yes, I was gonna say that this is a lot to process, and I feel like my body is going to need some processing time as well. And I can't wait
yeah.
to listen back to this too. And uh, that's the other thing I always suggest. Now, when you do these sessions for people, do you record them and then send it to them?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
do? Yeah,
Yeah.
I would
And
think that it
it's
would be just as important.
yeah. And recommend, that they listen to it because it will um And like I said, it'll keep going after the session, and then if you listen, um, you know, something else may come up. And then I usually recommend after session to, take it easy and maybe ground yourself a little bit. Um,
Yeah, because I
and
feel like
rest.
I've had like a body treatment done. Like I feel like that could have been like a reflexology treatment or a full body massage. Like I feel like, I mean, it's a same concept as like an energy
Yeah.
body work. It really is. The body has to take everything in too. Oh, you blew my mind, Jeanie. Yeah.
Oh, I'm always
Thank you. Thank
You're
you. Thank you. Thank
welcome.
you. Yeah.
Thank you for
All right.
allowing me to do this and to witness your beautiful session, even though it was a little mini session.
I don't think I could have handled a bigger session. That was a huge one. Like I said, I've really been, the one thing has been at the top of the list for a really long time, and it's a tricky one, I think, for most of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
good.
Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, Jeanie. And
You're
yeah, we'll
welcome.
connect again
Thank you.
soon, and I'll give you a follow up and touch base with you in a day or so too, and just any anything that comes to mind or to my heart that I want to share, I'll definitely reach out and connect with you
Okay.
soon.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you
You're
for having
welcome. Bye. Have a good
me.
evening.
You too.